Meet 33-year-old rapper Nissim Black.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright.
Yo, my beautiful people, you know what time it is. It's your boy again, Shady Shady, one and only, and today, guys, we are back again, guys. So I was going through my comment section, guys, and I saw a lot of people saying check out Nissim Black. Yitzchar Levin 2902 says, hey, love you, dude, you're an inspiration. Hey, would like you to check out Nissim Black. He ex-gangster from Seattle and a rap star who left to Israel and converted. You should actually have a sit down with him. So guys, without saying too much, I'm going to jump on this right away. Not really sure what to expect. All I know is that he was a black gangster rapper that converted, and then yeah, we're going to check him out and see. Okay guys, but before we start, make sure you smash like, subscribe, give me that love. Today we're going to check out his life story and we're going to see Wagwan with the man. All right, let's do this.
Meet 33-year-old rapper Nissim Black. Born and raised in Seattle, he moved to Israel in 2016 after converting to Orthodox Judaism a few years prior. His unique spiritual journey is the focus of his music, though it didn't start out that way.
Tell me about your early days in Seattle.
Both my mother and my father were part of the first hip-hop group in Seattle. I came out of the womb recording and rapping and dancing, so...
His dad style looks quite interesting. Yo, are those real eyebrows? Wow, okay, that's some fresh style. You get me?
I came out of the womb recording and rapping and dancing, so music was just really in my blood. I recorded actually my first record when I was 13 years old, and I think from then on it was like, this is what I want to do with my own entire life.
Nissim says exposure to crime during his youth influenced his lyrics back then.
Even though you guys have this passion for music, I know drugs was a part of the picture and caused some challenges.
So I was exposed to drugs very early on. I would witness, people coming in, trafficking throughout my house. I started smoking weed when I was 9. By the time I was 12, I was already...
Started smoking weed when he was 9, bruv. 9 years old. That is insane. 9. Where were your parents, bro? Oh, anyway, he's saved now, so.
Trafficking throughout my house. I started smoking weed when I was 9. By the time I was 12, I was already selling. I think the next year, I was expelled from the school district for bringing a gun to school. So very early on seen a crazy life.
However, faith also lingered somewhere in his DNA, leading Nissim to reinvent himself more than once.
My first introduction to religion was Islam. My grandfather was a Sunni Muslim. By the time I was 13 years old, I ended up going to a camp with the missionary group that introduced Christianity to me.
Still, he struggled.
Wait, so he went through Islam, then he went through Christianity, and then he found God still, like, in his own unique way. Wow, okay, that's interesting. That's very, very interesting. So he was quite exposed, very well exposed. So it's not like he just randomly, stumbled across one way, to find God, and he stuck to it. No, he was not ignorant.
Seemed to reinvent himself more than once.
My first introduction to religion was Islam. My grandfather was a Sunni Muslim. By the time I was 13 years old, I ended up going to a camp with the missionary group that introduced Christianity to me.
Still, he struggled. He says that a violent altercation with another artist in 2008 was a turning point. He prayed to do better, eventually becoming a husband and father, then finding spiritual refuge through a local synagogue.
I got a Quran, I got a Christian Bible, I have the Jewish texts, the ones that were translated into English, and I was spending like 8 hours a day going through these different texts. And eventually, after a lot of prayer and growth, the Judaism was a thing that shined forth through me. This was a relationship that I wanted to be a part of.
Though briefly stepping away from music to focus on the Torah and observing the Sabbath, he figured out how to bring both sides of his identity together.
Oh, see that bounce? Oh no, I'm feeling that bounce. I felt that bounce. You can feel, the freedom. You can see that as it's just emanating.
Though briefly stepping away from music to focus on the Torah and observing the Sabbath, he figured out how to bring both sides of his identity together.
It was one of those things where I sort of feel like, I want to be really connected to my culture, and I need to bring in all of me inside of the studio. Just because I'm living this type of lifestyle doesn't mean that I can't go and grab all the most important and precious things where I came from. I feel
Yes,
like
sir.
that was going to be the best me
Yes,
that I
sir.
can present to anybody.
I agree.
Today,
Yes,
his
sir.
song Motherland Bounce has over 4 million YouTube views.
I-
His new
hey.
single, Win, already racking up over 1.5 million.
I did check
But for
this.
Nissim, finding himself in faith has been what's most important.
It's an important investment for me to be a positive influence, because what are my kids going to look up to?
When people get to hear your music, what do you want them to feel?
I want people to feel progression and growth. I want them to feel, uplifted. I've always said that if I have 2 to 3 minutes of somebody's attention, I want to put the most amount of light inside of their ear at that time that I possibly can.
Wow. Wait, let's check another one again. Okay, I'm gonna subscribe. I'm gonna like. So Nissim Black is an American-born rapper turned Orthodox Jew.
Hello, my name is Nissim Black, and from Seattle, Washington, and we're here in
Bro, my brother is a proper, he looks like a bad man. But like he was a bad man. Look at the locks, man. Okay.
Jerusalem, the holy city.
Okay. Oh yeah, he was
Grew
rapping
up
as D Black.
exposed to a lot of violence, a lot of drug abuse, and gangs, and rapping about money and girls and violence.
Like
and
most rappers.
different things like that. I did a lot of big concerts, South by Southwest, and I was in CMJs and New York.
My hope that I know you, my desire that I show you, gratitude that I
So a violent rap beef made him change his ways.
owe you.
It became a situation where it was either my life or the other person's life, and where either I had to go and kill or be killed. And in that moment, all of a sudden, I just started praying, and I just started calling out to God.
That's crazy.
And I remember on the 3rd day, I got a call from the other guy, and he also wanted to settle everything. And after we settled everything, and we got past it, I kept praying. And every day,
That's crazy,
I
you
talked
know.
about it more and more and more and more. I mean, I got to a place where I felt so confused. And I was praying one time, and I said to God, I said, listen, I'm going to start over. You and I are going to start over.
That's
Wake
mad.
up, my friend, we gone, we praising us.
So he later changed his name to Nissim, meaning miracles in Hebrew. Wow, he got to the lowest of the low. He prayed, and another gangster decided that, you know what, let's settle our beef. Like, God touched the heart of a gangster like that.
And I was praying one time, and I said to God, I said, listen, I'm going to start over. You and I are going to start over.
Wake up, my friend, we gone, we praising Hashem with all of our soul. The Clipper is fighting, we know, we raging a war, we won't let him go.
Today, I make music that obviously is much more spiritually driven, more religious driven, because that's who I am as a person. So I've even seen, very ultra-Orthodox Haredi people, even in Mei Sharim, listening to my music as I'm walking past the store.
We are the light we shine on, it's a delight we cry on.
I went on this magical love affair with God, and
I like
it
that.
led me to the Jewish people. I was able to describe it and to talk about, what it felt like to come from such a distant place, and to know that God brought me to this place right now, and what gratitude I owe Him for being able to save my life in the way that He did.
Wow. So basically, nobody preached to him. No one went to him and said, like, give your life to God or switch your ways. Like, on his own, he had that inspiration to actually pray, because he knew that something was not right. It was either he killed someone or he was killed. Prayed, and then, God touched him and the other person. Wait, this is a miracle, man. This is a miracle. Wow. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm inspired. I am very inspired. I'm so inspired. Like, even when I make my videos, no matter what I react to, no matter what it is, I try at the end of the day to shed some light, because we are the light of the earth. All right, we are the salt of the earth. We need to be the difference in this life, because like I keep saying, like, in a world full of hatred, full of racism, anti-Semitism, full of Islamophobia, full of discrimination, full of all those names, full of all of it, hate. It's just hate in different forms. In a world full of hate, be that difference. Be that difference. You should be that difference. Forget about you, the next person. You be that difference. All right. That's how we can change. That's how we can fix things. But like, his story is actually very inspiring. very, very inspiring. He got to the bottom, like to the very, very like bottom part of life, like to the lowest of the lows, and then he found light. He just knew that there was no way out. He couldn't help himself. He was a bad man. He was a gangster. You know, bad man, gangster, drugs. He was shotting, so he was selling, and then he was having guns and that, you know, and he got to the point where it was either he killed someone or they killed him, and then he got to the point where he was like, it just, something just touched him. He felt that something just wasn't right, so he just prayed to a God that he didn't even know God. He was just introduced to Islam. He wasn't Muslim. He was introduced to Christianity. He wasn't Christian, and he found God in his own way. Yeah, it's important for you to find God in your own way. Serve God in your own way. Your relationship between you and your God. You know, I'm glad he found light and he's still himself, his real self. All right, that's so beautiful. I really, wow, really, really touching. Yeah, thanks for this, guys. I really appreciate this. Anyway, it's been your boy, guys. I'm gonna check out Motherland Bounce because I just saw a few, you know, bits of it, and I'm already, you know, I'm feeling it already. So without saying too much, we are gonna check Motherland Bounce next. All right, guys, it's been your boy. Make sure you smash like, subscribe, give me some love. Also, make sure you leave me some comments and share this video with somebody. Peace.
Oh, I love you more than words can say. You are me. Oh, you are the light that shines in my way. You are me. Oh.